So I'm 23. I'm from the UK. I run a faceless YouTube channel called Wi-Fi Uni with 25,000 subscribers, and it makes me around $2,000 a month. And today I want to talk about something that I think about more than I probably let on in these videos, which is where all of this is actually going. Like, not the tactical stuff about what videos I'm making next or what sponsors I'm working with, but the bigger picture of what Wi-Fi Uni is building towards, and why I genuinely think the first 2 years have been the least interesting part of the story. Please excuse this AI slop voice. I promise the value in this video is worth it. And I want to be clear that this isn't a hype video. Like, I'm not going to tell you I'm about to hit 1 million subscribers or that everything is about to blow up, because I don't know that, and I'd rather be honest than impressive. But I do think there are specific reasons to believe the channel is better positioned now than it's ever been, and I want to walk through what those are. So let me start with what the channel actually is right now, because I think understanding the current state is important context for understanding why I think what I think about where it's going. 2 years in, 25,000 subscribers, posting every other day, consistent income from sponsors and affiliates and AdSense, a school community that's just launched and already showing low churn, and a back catalog of hundreds of videos that keep earning passively from affiliate links, regardless of whether I post anything that week. And when I look at that picture, what I see is a foundation. Like, every element of what I just described is something that compounds. The subscriber base grows every time a video does well. The back catalog grows every time I post. The school membership grows as more of the YouTube audience finds the community. And the affiliate income grows as the back catalog grows. And all of those compounding effects are running simultaneously, and they feed into each other. And 2 years ago, none of that existed. Like, the compounding had nothing to work with. And now it does. And I think the difference between having a compounding foundation and not having one is enormous in terms of what's possible from here. The first specific reason I think Wi-Fi Uni is just getting started is the school community. And I've talked about this in other videos, but I want to make the point specifically in the context of the channel's future, which is that the school is the first income stream I've built that has a genuinely uncapped ceiling in terms of what it could become. Sponsors are capped by how many videos I post and what the going rate is for my channel size. Affiliates are capped by how much traffic the back catalog generates. AdSense is capped by view count. But the school could, in theory, grow to a point where it's making significantly more than all of those combined. Like, a community with a few hundred paying members at those tier prices is serious recurring revenue, and a community with 1,000 members is life-changing money. And neither of those is an unrealistic destination for a channel with 25,000 subscribers in a niche where people are actively trying to learn and build things. And the thing that makes me optimistic about the school specifically is that the churn has been really low from the start, which tells me the value is landing. And a community with low churn compounds really cleanly, because the floor keeps rising, and the energy inside the community gets better as it grows, rather than diluting. The second reason is that the channel is still growing. And I think this sounds obvious, but it's worth saying explicitly, because I think some people assume that growth slows down or stops at a certain size. And that's just not true if the content is still good and the niche is still expanding. The AI content space is genuinely still growing in terms of audience. Like, the number of people who are interested in understanding AI tools and how to use them to build income is larger now than it was a year ago, and will be larger again a year from now. And a channel that's established in that space with a back catalog and a track record is better positioned to capture that growing audience than a new channel starting from scratch. And I've seen this directly in how the channel has grown. Like, the subscriber growth in month 24 was faster than in month 6, even though the channel is bigger. And that's the compounding showing up, where each new subscriber comes partly from the algorithm pushing current videos and partly from search traffic finding old videos. And both of those effects get stronger as the channel gets bigger. The third reason is the SaaS piece. And this is the most speculative one, but also the one I'm most excited about. And what I mean is that I'm actively thinking about building a proper SaaS product that uses the Wi-Fi Uni audience as its distribution, And I think the combination of a 25,000 subscriber YouTube channel in the AI niche and a software product that solves a specific problem for that audience is a genuinely powerful thing to have. Most SaaS products fail not because they're bad products, but because nobody finds out about them. Like, distribution is the hard problem in software. And a YouTube channel that reaches exactly the right audience for your product every time you post is one of the best distribution mechanisms you could have. And I have that already. And that makes the SaaS opportunity meaningfully more viable for me than it would be for someone starting from scratch. I've already built some smaller tools and had early success with that. And I think the next step is something more substantial, with a proper subscription model. And when that exists, the income picture for Wi-Fi Uni looks quite different to what it looks like today. The fourth reason is more personal and harder to quantify, which is just that I'm getting better. Like, the content I make now is noticeably better than the content I made a year ago, and the content I make a year from now will be noticeably better than what I make now. And that improvement compounds in a way that shows up in the channel metrics over time. And what I mean by better is not just production quality, which has improved, but the thinking behind the content. Like, I have a clearer sense now of what my audience wants and how to give it to them, and what makes a video worth watching versus one that's just filling space. And that clarity is something that only comes from making hundreds of videos and paying attention to what happens. And having that clarity going forward means the content is going to keep getting stronger. And better content means better click-through rates, means more subscribers per video, means more people finding the school, means more sponsor interest. And all of those things compound together. And the improvement in content quality is the fuel that keeps all of them running. And the last thing I want to say is about the niche itself, because I think the AI content space is in a period right now where the channels that have been consistently posting for a year or two have a genuine head start that's hard to close. And I'm one of those channels. And I think that head start is going to matter more in the next 2 years than it has in the last 2. Because as more people start channels in this space, the bar for getting found and getting subscribers is going to rise. And the channels with established back catalogs and established trust and established sponsor relationships are going to be harder to displace than new channels entering the space. And that's a position I'm in now that I wasn't in 2 years ago, when I was the new channel trying to get found. 2 years of posting every other day, a back catalog of hundreds of videos, 25,000 subscribers, a school community with low churn, affiliates earning passively, sponsors consistently emailing, and a SaaS product in the thinking stages. And I'm 23, and I genuinely think the most interesting part of what Wi-Fi Uni becomes is still ahead rather than behind. If you want to be part of that and get more direct help building something similar, I do have the school community linked in the description. There's one-to-one feedback available depending on which tier you join. No pressure at all. Cheers for watching.